All right, so we're here with Lane Marcy. He's a junior here at Metro, and he's on the club baseball team. So tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from?
From Centennial, Colorado. Born and raised. Went to Cherokee High School. I don't know. What else? What else did
What was your favorite team growing up?
New York Yankees.
The Yankees.
First baseball game was the Yankees athletics game in Oakland, and fell in love with Derek Jeter.
So, who was your favorite player growing up? Was it Derek Jeter?
Derek Jeter.
Do you play shortstop because of that?
Yeah. Played shortstop all throughout, like Little League and everything, just because of Derek Jeter. More than number 2, all that stuff.
Would you say you modeled your baseball performance after Jeter or anything like that?
Or any
Yeah.
other player?
Yeah. Like, would you say that they influenced you?
Every time I step out onto the field, I kind of like take the persona of Jeter. It like the silent leader type, sort of. Can get fiery when he has to be, but like kind of like leads by example and leads by like very captain-esque.
So when you were choosing schools, was Metro's club baseball a factor in it?
No. I've bounced around in schools a lot. So I first started off at Northeastern Junior College, played 2 years there, kind of got screwed over by the coach up there. He played a scholarship player over me. Ended up trying to go to NAIAs out in Iowa, and they tried to call my coach, and he didn't talk to me. So he kind of screwed me over and going to play somewhere else. So I kind of took a different route and like went and tried out for indie ball and stuff like that in years. Like 2 years, took 2 years off to try out for indie ball and see where that kind of road took me. And then played in a college summer league, and they're like, you should just ask the Metro coach if he can walk on. And he asked me how old I was, and I was like 20. I'll be 24 in January. He's like, yeah, I'd rather have a 19, 18-year-old. So, club team it is.
And what have been some of your biggest challenges on playing club baseball versus someone playing with the collegiate team?
Just kind of organization, I guess. So there's not like a set, like coach to like we have the coach during the game and stuff, but there's not a set coach like setting up practices, setting up like when like all these certain meeting times during the week. Like organized like college baseball, you meet every single day, you practice every single day. In the club baseball, we practice 2 days a week, and then we play on the weekends. And it's like we have the group meet, we hang out outside of class sometimes, but it's not like we're very as tight knit as an actual like NCAA team is.
So then, how do you come up with the schedule for the teams? Like you were just recently in Vegas. Like, how does that get scheduled?
We do it through the NCBA, and our club president kind of does most of that stuff. And like he scheduled the whole NCBA trip to Vegas. He's done the scheduling with a lot of like CSU and D1 teams that are like top 10 in the nation and stuff. And they want to play us because we're a top D2 team in the nation, and they want to see how well we can compete against them.
So obviously you don't have a ton of free time. So what do you do with that free time that you have?
Work, baseball, and school kind of takes up everything.
Anyway, what do you plan on doing after you graduate? Or do you have a set plan?
Not really set plan. Kind of hoping to get a job in minor league baseball a little bit. Over the years that I did take years off, I did create some connections with minor league scouts and stuff and minor league front offices, which should help me get a job.
Is that why you go into sports management?
Yeah.
Are you majoring in sports management?
Majoring in sports management, minor in exercise science.
Okay.
So, yeah. So kind of setting up the kind of team strength training plus the
Right.
front office, which whichever way it takes me.
So recently you were named the NCBA Player of the Week. You went 11 for 14 with 4 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs. Are you honored to be named that Player of the Week, or do you think you can do better than that?
Yeah. It's actually a really hard thing to get named the NCBA Player of the Week.
How does that get decided? Like, who do you know who decides? Or
Honestly, I don't even know who decides that. I don't know who decides the rankings. I don't know who decides
Just
the Player of the Week.
some
It's
guy in a corner office, probably?
probably.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you motto your batting stance off of anyone, or do you take it from anyone, or do you create your own? I know a lot of people take it usually from some people, but did you make your own, or did you motto it off of someone else?
Originally, I modeled it off of Jeter, but then I kind of like came into my own when I took a couple years when I just out of high school. I had to get elbow surgery, so I took a year off for that, and when I came back, I kind of did whatever worked for me to adjust to the level of play that we were playing at. So it was kind of like trying to adjust to get more hand speed, more pop in the bat, and kind of compete at the level that I was competing at instead of the high school level.
Did your surgery hold you back from baseball at all?
Yeah. Originally out of high school, I was getting recruited by Cal Poly Pomona.
Okay.
It's a D2 in California outside LA. And then, like, I didn't play my senior year because of my injury. And so I didn't get looks at.
Was it Tommy John?
Similar to Tommy John, the bone actually broke away from that rest of the elbow. The tendon partially tore and moved outside on the outside of the elbow. So they had to move the tendon back into place, repair it back together, and then put 2 screws in to fuse the bone back to the rest of the elbow.
And how was that rehab? I mean, that sounds like a brutal injury.
Yeah. It took about 6 to 8 months.
Just to even start throwing?
Yeah.
Does it still bother you to this day?
Sometimes I'll have a lot of weird throwing motions occasionally, and it'll like tighten up on me and stuff. But I feel like my arm strength's a lot better than it was before the surgery, which is good. So,
Have you seen the stuff on the kids doing Tommy John surgeries?
yeah,
While they're younger, do you think that's good for the game, or do you think that's bad for the kids?
it's awful because like it's just putting a kid through a bunch of pain because there's nothing fun about getting surgery, especially on like arms. Arms are the worst part to get surgery on because you realize how much you do with your arms.
Right.
Speaking of little kids, when did you even start playing? I think we failed to mention that, but when, like, we always play through T-ball, but did you start T-ball or did you start later on in your life?
I started right when I moved to California till I was like 5 and a half, and then right when I moved back from California, I started playing baseball. So, and it was coach pitch right away. So kind of skipped T-ball.
We can thank for you. Where do you usually practice? I know you said it's only about 2 times a week. Do you get to use the rack, or do you have to find a separate field?
Every Tuesday we actually do get to use the rack, but we can't use the infield for it.
So you have to use the outfield then?
Yeah, we have to use the outfield. They don't let us use the infield, which is kind of stupid because they think we're gonna mess up the infield turf, I guess. But I mean, we're doing the same drills in the outfield, which is the same turf.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's odd.
yeah, it's very odd. And then we have an indoor facility that we go and hit at every Monday night.
Okay.
So it's every Monday and Tuesday.
Would you say you're more of a power or a contact hitter?
Contact. I've never been really that much of a power hitter. I've kind of hit more home runs this year than I have my entire career. Like in every season that I have.
What was your longest home run?
I hit one that was like 450 one year with a wood bat at North High School.
Okay. So you're righty or lefty?
Righty.
So did you pull it?
Yeah, it was left center, and it went onto the soccer field that was behind the left center fence. and I like hit the middle of the soccer field. And I was like, okay, I didn't know I had that in me.
So, in all your years playing, do you have like a favorite game or like a certain memory? Like your most favorite memory or game that comes to mind when you think of you playing baseball?
Kind of like one of them that I can think of is back when I was like 11 years old in Omaha, Nebraska, playing for a travel ball team. I pitched a perfect game against Amarillo, Texas. So that was one of my favorites. Other than that, like,
Do you ever think about going pro?
I have. I've tried out. We record every single one of our games, and me and my roommate Austin, he's also on the club team. We're gonna make like highlight videos of everything that we did during this season and send it out to like the Canadian League, the Australian League, the leagues over in Switzerland, some of the indie ball leagues around the U.S. To see if it'll get us anywhere.
So we've actually mentioned indie ball a couple times for people who may not know. Could you describe quickly like what it is?
Independent ball is not affiliated with Major League or minor league baseball, and it's kind of basically minor league ball. That's just not affiliated. Driving buses everywhere, living on paychecks that are like $150, $200 a week.
Thank you so much for coming in, and we hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you in class.